What's up, people? I am back with another video, and I'm carrying on with the strategy that I've been doing over the last few days, where I'm using the what I'm calling the RM1212, which stands for Reverse Martingale 1212. So I get my first bet of 1 unit, and then I double that to 2 units, and I try and do that twice. So we're going to try and get 2 win streaks of 2 bets. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, go back and watch my last few videos. And a lot of people ask me, what can you do these things with a low balance, a small starting balance? And I typically don't share this, but I'm going to do it now just to show you. This is my deposits for last week. I haven't made any, so what I do is switch that to last month. And you can see here I had a few failed payments from PayPal. It just wasn't depositing for some reason, and it was a bit of a security issue. So I got that approved, and that's just £20. So that's my deposit, and you can see I've withdrawn 68, 185.10, 119 and £114 over the last month with this particular casino. Now if you do the maths on that, that's close to £500 that I've withdrawn, and all I've done is deposit £20. So you can see that you can do quite a nice slow progression, and from £20 that's pretty damn good. You know, it's I remember when I was younger, I used to go into these arcades and play. I used to waste thousands of pounds trying to win a £15 jackpot. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, so it is possible. I've been pretty lucky. I haven't had any losing sessions. I do get them, I'm not going to lie, I do get losing sessions, but the idea is that I get a lot more winning sessions than losing sessions, so that's the way it goes. So this will be my last video of this particular strategy until we go through a whole bunch of other user submitted videos, because Sam's sent me a huge amount of them, and we're going to be going through those soon. So if you are not a member of Roulette Calculators, you should definitely pause this video, click on the link in the description and set yourself up a free account with us. Now I'm going to be a bit biased, but I would say it is the best social network for roulette players on the planet, and the reason I say that is because of the people within it. Everyone on there is super friendly, super helpful, and we're all there for the same reason: to try and beat the casinos. So make sure you set up an account. Also, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It's basically, you're going to get notified of any new videos that we post, and we're always doing new strategies, new ideas and different betting systems. Again, if you like the content, make sure you leave a comment below. We love that, and click that like button now before you forget. It makes me feel good. So let's get on with it. We're going to go into this roulette session here. I'm going to start at the beginning. This is obviously a session. You can see this is the social network here. It's full of great content and great people. There's people joining all the time. So becoming a really nice big network. Now you can see my balance up the top there is £168. So we're carrying on from the yesterday's video. I'm tracking 19 numbers, and we're setting the start betting depth to 0. Now, if you're not sure about how this calculator works, I will put a link in the description as well, showing you the basically the settings for the area key, which is the tool that we're using in this particular session. Now, essentially what it does, it's just measuring the distance from where the dealer spins the ball to where it lands, and showing you what side it kind of favors, if it favors that highlighted side or the unhighlighted side. And it basically keeps all of the data in the graph, and that's what we work from. So if you do use these tools, don't think just because you've got the tools that you're going to win guaranteed just by betting on the highlighted numbers. It still requires a bit of user input, and you need to analyze the data that it's showing you there so that you can kind of decipher yourself, it's favoring this more than this. Now, in no way do I guarantee whilst using these tools that you're going to win at roulette. I mean, I have been using these for several years, and I can 100% guarantee you that I'm way up compared to any losing sessions that I've had. So, but it's one of them things I just can't guarantee it because it's roulette, and there's no way I can guarantee it. But do make sure you analyze the table and always keep an eye on that graph. And if you find a dealer that really is not consistent, then it's worth jumping out the table before you make any bets. So you'll see in a second. I'm basically logging this dealer now. You can see it's on a depth of 2. That's gone to a depth of 3. Now let me explain what that means. The depth of 3 means it has missed that green highlighted section 3 times in a row. Now the graph updates below as soon as it hits that green section. So what you need to do is keep an eye on this bit here where it says depth. Now it's showing 2. Now I've just entered that next number, which was 19. That's put it to a depth of 3. So this is what I'm working on. I'm looking at this dealer going, oh, by the way, let's just have a look at the graph here. So we've got 1 there, which and if you've watched any of my other videos, you know the first result, you need to minus 1. So that's a 0, which means it went to the green section. Then the next result was 0, green section. Next one was 0, green section. Next one was 1, which means it went to the unhighlighted section, the black section. And then it landed on the green section because that put it at a depth of 1. Now this can mean a number of things. We've just gone onto this table and all I've done is start entering in the numbers that I can see over there. So there might have been a dealer change which could have been giving these zeros, but this dealer tends to be hitting the unhighlighted section a lot more often than that highlighted section. So what I do is I track the dealer for a few more spins because I want to make sure that he is going to be hitting the unhighlighted section more often than that highlighted section. So what I do, I carry on. He's currently on a depth of 3. I want to see what happens over the next few results. So I'm ideally waiting for it to go to the unhighlighted section, but you can see it kind of was in the unhighlighted, but it just hit the 13 on the end there, which made me think, okay, well that's cleared that out. That means that the graph below is going to show, let me just pause it there. The graph below is going to show that the depth of 3 has come out, which means it missed the highlighted section 3 times. Now you can see that I've highlighted that area on the board there because I'm saying to myself, I want it to land in that area, in the unhighlighted section, to kind of prove that he is being consistent. So you can see there on the graph, depth of 3. So that's okay. I watch the dealer. I always try and make sure he spins from the same spot as well, because some dealers vary it, and again, you don't want to play with dealers that are doing that. So I want to see it land in this highlighted, the unhighlighted section, which I highlighted a minute ago. So I want to see it land just after 0, and as you can see there, absolutely perfect. Landed in number 31, so that's now put it to a depth of 1 again. If you have a look there, it's just jumped to a depth of 1. So I'm like, okay, this is looking good. So I'm going to give this dealer a try, and all I'm doing is making a neighbour's bet on the unhighlighted section. So all of these numbers from 26 up there all the way around, and it actually covers number 23 because we're covering 19 numbers, which is a neighbours of 9. So it's going to be 9 to one side and 9 to the other side of the number that I select. So I want to see it land in that unhighlighted section again. Now bear in mind my balance is already at 168 from my last session, so I only want to get up to 200. But you can see that one came in, that landed beautifully on number 36. So now I'm going to be doing the neighbours from number 1 up there all the way around to number 4. And I'm following the 1-2 strategy. So my first bet was 1 unit per number, and because I won, I've increased that to 2 units per number. Now if I lost, I would have just gone back to 1 unit per number again. We're doing the reverse martingale. So all I want to do is win the one where I've got 1 unit on, and then make the bet with 2 units and win that. And if we've done that, that's one session, one sort of a series of that betting. Now number 26 came in, so I got my series. I only needed to do it once because if you remember my last video, that I already got up to 168 from 100, and this was actually the same day I was playing, and I just wanted to hit £100 profit, and I've done that and then some. So that's £119, which I will withdraw. Now the reason I do that is to try and, if I let my balance build up too much, I get careless and I don't really analyze the tables as much. So I always like to withdraw money, and you've already seen from my deposit to withdrawal ratio, I do withdraw a lot more than I deposit, and I leave it with £100. If I do lose that 100, I just I go, oh, that was a losing day. But of course I've over £500 profit now, so it really doesn't faze me if I have a losing day. The worst thing that you can do is get angry and carry on betting, because if you're chasing that loss, typically you will lose. So all I'm doing now, I like to analyze the table and just watch it. I can see that he's currently at a depth of 4, which means he's still hitting that unhighlighted section. I just like to watch it just to see, is this dealer being genuinely consistent with his spins, and it just gives me more insight for the next time I play and I see this dealer and go, oh yeah, I remember this one here. He was hitting that unhighlighted section quite often. But yeah, that's pretty much this session. I really do hope you enjoyed it. You can see it landed on 0, so that was right on the edge there of the highlighted. But of course, that then drops at 4 down to 0, and then that 4 appears in the graph, as you can see there. So I really do appreciate you guys watching this, and make sure you tune in for this next week of videos, because we're going to be uploading Sam D's videos, which he has sent me. So yeah, really appreciate you watching it. Don't forget to set yourself up an account on Roulette Calculators if you haven't, and you get to chat to myself and all of the awesome members on there. And as I mentioned before, hit subscribe if you haven't already. You know, we upload a video every day and it's full of good stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. And as always, please guys, no matter if you're using my systems or anyone else's or your own, always please bet smart.